Colton's a fun kid. He always brings a lot of joy to the family.
Really funny, really good at baseball.
We've all been like a very active family and always just be going.
He is kind of the joy of our family and just always keeps things pretty exciting. Colton had been kind of lethargic and tired for a couple weeks in the summer, and so I went to an urgent care. They said, you need to go to the hospital right away for an emergency blood transfusion.
I think it was around 3 a.m. on his birthday that they told him that he had cancer.
90% of the time, chemotherapy works to cure the leukemia, and Colton, unfortunately, was not in that 90%.
We had a lot of really tough odds. And at the beginning, we kept getting bad news after bad news after bad news. We had to go to a bone marrow transplant, and that was just really, really scary.
Anytime a child has a high-risk leukemia or something that needs a bone marrow transplant, one of the first things we have to do is try to figure out who could be that donor for the patient. And a full sibling has a 1 in 4 chance of being a perfect match.
When I realized I was the perfect match, I was very relieved and I was very happy.
And I just remember the process of it took like 6 hours, and the bag is dripping, and we're just watching and just praying that his body would accept it and not reject it.
My name is Colton, and I'm officially in remission from lymphoblastic leukemia. I really liked Dr. Kelly and Dr. Tulis. They were both really nice, and they would always be really friendly.
Time after time, we were praying for certain results, and we weren't getting those results. But getting the perfect match in his sister, and then finding Advent Health and finding Dr. Kelly in Orlando, and then having a successful bone marrow transplant after that, I mean, those things the wins just started stacking up.
They do a bone marrow biopsy a year before, and that was clear. And then a year later, they have another one of those, and that one's also clear. So that basically means I'm like pretty much done.
We made it a year. It didn't come back. It's a really big deal. Seeing him back on a baseball field, it just makes my heart happy because that's where he's the happiest. It's more than just watching him play. I knew what it took for him to get there. I know what he's had to overcome. You don't realize what you have in you until you're at the absolute lowest, until you're like pushed against the wall and there's nothing more you can do. And then I think that's when you really see what a person's made of.